Hello. How are you? This is Els Kim from Beam's Crafty Corner, and today we have an envelope project. We're going to take these and turn them into these. Okay? So, I'm going to get out some supplies. This one is so easy, guys. You're going to find yourself doing just again and again and again and again. So you can use these to take off the tops and, well, glue them inside if you want. And you could make this a tuck-in with a pocket in the back or on the side or something like that. Or you can just put this into a pocket and you can decorate both sides of it, or you can just do one side, however you want to do this. I'm going to walk you through the steps and, some of the pitfalls that I've learned in making these. So, without further ado, I'll be right back with all of our supplies. Okay, a lot of supplies on this one, but here's the thing. This is very free flow. This is very do what you feel, okay? So, washi tape, embellishments. Scoring tools. If you don't have these, that's okay. We'll talk about that. A paper trimmer, adhesive, glue stick for this one as well. Ink and a dauber, pair of scissors, some paper, not cardstock. You want thin paper, okay? Like regular sheet paper. The thinner, the better. And our envelopes. So let me move all of this real quick. There we go. We're just going to talk about the envelopes. So the ones we want are the ones with the windows. Okay. We don't want these. And if it has a tiny little window, we don't want that either. Okay. So we don't want those. The other one we don't want is this one with the point. We prefer the ones that have this squared back. Okay. So we've got those. Get that out of the way so we don't mess with that. And I'm just going to grab, some of these. These are just return envelopes from bills and things like that. Not many people pay with checks anymore, so you get these in the mail and you usually toss them out. We're going to do something really pretty with them, and we're going to do something with the piece that's left over as well. So now that I got all that taken care of, I'm going to get stuff out of the way. I'm going to come back. We're going to start taking these down. Oh, and a ruler. Don't forget a ruler. We're going to start taking these down and get started kind of building them back up to what we want. Okay? So, I will be back in just a moment. Alright, so we're going to start this off by selecting an envelope. Now, these have a nice size window and they're very low, which leaves a lot of decorating space here. And this one's kind of in the middle. I think I'm going to do this one. All right. So, to start, we are going to measure this outside piece, which is a ½ inch. Now, it's not exactly the same on all envelopes, but I find that it tends to be pretty close to that, like a ½ inch. So, I'm going to come over here, and what I'm going to do is give myself an inch from the outside edge of the window over. And I'm going to use a pencil so you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay? So that's where I'm going to cut this. So I'm just going to put this in my trimmer, line up my line, and I'm going to cut that. Okay? I'm going to keep this because that's going to be a separate project. And if I need to, I can just, take off any pencil mark, but I'm going to kind of put that inside. So I'm done with my trimmer. So I'm going to put this away. And we're going to bring out scoring tools. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to put our envelope in with the larger side in the side and the measuring edge, and we're just going to score that at ½ inch. Now, a couple of light scores is better than you know, one big. If you need to score and you don't have a scoreboard, you can put this on a grid board. If you don't have a grid board, that's okay. Just use a ruler, okay? And take a regular ruler, line it up, put a couple of marks here if you need to, and then you can take, you know, anything you've got. If you've got a stylus, use a stylus. If you don't, use your bone folder, whatever you have, and just kind of run it back and forth a little bit. And if you do this on a book, that helps even more. You end up with a nice score line, okay, that you can then use to fold your paper. So you don't need a scoreboard, okay? So now we're going to do a little bit of cutting. I'm done with the scoreboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this flap right here, this little teeny box on the flap. We're going to get rid of that. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of this flap in the back. So to do that, we're going to wedge on the front and then just cut this off. Okay, and then I'm going to wedge this little front piece too. So your front flap should look like that, and so your envelope should look like this. You should have a little flap at the front. This is your top flap, and then on the back you've got your flaps, okay? Now this we don't need anymore, so we can get rid of it. And we're going to go ahead and fold in that. Go ahead and burnish it. Now we're not going to put this down just yet. I'll tell you why. We've got a couple of things we want to do. One, we need to put something inside here. I've tried this before without, and I sometimes forget, and I put this in, and then I got to put paper in there, and it's a mess. But we're going to put some paper in here to back, and we're going to do that before we do this, and then we also need to redo this. So, to do that, we're going to take the other half of our envelope, line it up, and again with our pencil we're just going to trace that side, okay, and then we can cut that off. So that our two sides are pretty much matching. Okay, so now we're going to put paper inside. So I'm going to get rid of scoring tools and stuff and get out glue and paper, and I'll be right back. So I have here a leftover piece of paper from a journal. Excuse me. And it is not as wide as my envelope, so it will work. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of this and just tear it. And I'm just going to fit this in here to see if it fits, you know, in the window. And it does. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this in. And I'm going to choose to use glue stick on this. And you can use whatever adhesive you want, but I find that glue stick works just fine on this. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, and to make this work a little easier, I'm going to put it flat on the window side, get it where I want it, and then press the back down. Okay? So that allows me to see the image that I want in the window, and it doesn't get glue all over anything. Okay? Now I can go ahead and close this up. So in closing this up, I'm going to put glue on the front on the, well, what is the back? Because the front piece is going to fold in. Just like that. And I'm just going to reclose the envelope. So now I have an envelope again. Just looks like a miniature version of its original self. Right? So now I'm going to ink. I'm going to ink all the way around, front, back, whatever. But I'm going to get my inking done, and then when I come back, we're going to start decorating. I'll be right back. So I have out the rest of the paper that I used on the inside, and I have some of this. This is Basil Basics paper, BBP Antique Age paper, 24 sheets. They're 6 by 6, but you know, they're really cute. You've got a good selection in here. You've got some newsprint and some column paper. There's music paper in here, just some book page, some polka dots. You know, just some nice stuff. And this really cool piece of cardstock chipboard that they put at the back of their packs. But we won't use the chipboard, but we could use the other stuff, okay? I have some washi tape. I have some little bits and pieces of ephemera, my glue, and a glue stick, and ink and a dauber. Okay, there's my dauber. Ink. So, we're just going to start by, you know, adding stuff. This is freeform, okay? You don't need to be professional at this. Just whatever floats your boat. So whatever makes you happy, you just add it. Now I also have out my silicone mat in case I'm going to be using my glue stick on anything. Let's see. And I'm going to start with my bigger base pieces. But if you're not sure about something, just don't glue it down. Put it where you think it's going to go and leave it. And then worry about gluing it later. Okay, I want... I want this little mushroom. Right there. And I think I'm going to do some washi tape down here. Let's see if I can find the end of this. There we go. And I don't like the straight look, so I'm just going to tear a little bit off the top of this. My washi over the top of my glue stick. I'm going to use that other piece too. No washi tape left behind. All right, what else? Maybe this little thing here I kind of like. And I think I'm going to use a little piece of music paper. Now, if you're not an inker, you don't have to ink this. Let's see, what else? I think maybe all right, a little ink on here. I don't like that. So I don't like it, so I'm going to take that off. I just don't like it. It's just not, it's not working for me. Okay, I'm only going to do half of this. If I can get it to peel off the backing. Wowzer. There we go. That was stubborn. And that is washi, so I'm just going to add a little extra adhesive to the bag. And I think a little bit more washi over here. Excuse me. All right. So that's, that's kind of it. First part. It's just kind of, so now we have this piece left. Okay. So this can be a flip, if you want to put it in as a flip, but what I do is use this as a journaling card. So I'm just going to glue this down. Some glue on the inside. Glue that down. And then I'm going to use this to make a journaling card. So, put that in there. I'm going to ink this. Like I said, you could use this as a pocket. You could use it as a pocket front. You could use it as a journaling card. You can use it as a flip. Whatever you want to do with it. Me, I'm going to use it as a journaling card. The idea here is that we're not wasting this, okay? Now, if you wanted to make another envelope out of this without the window, you could certainly do that as well. I have some washi tape here that I want to use. This is brand new, so I have to get it opened. Okay, haha, I win. And then there is a piece of tape. Now, this is that kind of washi tape that has the backing on it. So you kind of want to figure out what you want to use of it. And trim it off. And having that backing, I have to tell you, is kind of nice because you can ink and stuff without, getting your fingers all over the adhesive. Okay. Although I have to be honest, it's a pain to get it off the adhesive. Yeah. Grab a leaf out of this pack. Now I buy these at Daiso and they call them flakes. So somebody asked me, what was Daiso like? And it's like, Temu and AliExpress live. Oh, come off of there. I think we're going to put this giant perfume ad on here. And one lowly little butterfly, one flutterby, which is also washi, so. I don't know, might put two. Let's put two. We can do two. The only thing I don't like about this roll is that they come off in color code. So, like, all the purple ones are together, all the blue ones are together, all the pink ones are together. So you kind of get stuck on a color. Alright, so there's those. And then on the other side, I would just put a piece of paper. Let me see if I have anything else here. Just looking to see if I have a scrap in my scrap bin that would fit. That'll work. That's just a scrap of tea-dyed paper. So, out of one envelope, I got this fantastic little mini envelope, pocket, tuck spot, however I want to use it. Plus, I got a journal card. So I got two things out of the same envelope. All right? So, excuse me, I'm going to clear this and I'll be right back. So that's my project. So you end up with a journaling card and a mini envelope. And you can do this any way that you want. Decorate it anyhow, you know, whatever makes you happy. And you can use it as an envelope, you can use it as a pocket, you can use it as a tuck spot, you can do it going in this direction and turn it into a flip. It's entirely up to you. So, new here, press the button, subscribe. We'd love to see you come around. We do a lot of lives here. Also, if you're so inclined, go check out the Facebook group. Look at my community tab here on the YouTube channel. There's a link that tells you everything that I have going on, all my videos, free classes, things like that, everything that's coming up. And until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay cool, stay indoors, and above all, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye.